Your privacy has always been important to me, and I would never say something that you didn't say. But I know that if you look at me, then clearly the world will know that you've already had the forbidden.
The phone call that shocked daytime television was short, cold, and completely unexpected. It reportedly began with 3 simple words: "You're fired, Sherri." There was no warning, no careful explanation, and no official announcement from the network before it happened. According to insiders, the message was blunt and direct. Sherri Shepherd was left staring at her phone in disbelief, while chaos started unfolding behind the scenes. Producers and staff members were suddenly rushing around the studio as if an emergency had just happened. Within a short time, news of the firing began spreading quietly among industry insiders. Soon after, the information leaked online, and the reaction was immediate. Fans, bloggers, and entertainment reporters were all asking the same question: why was Sherri fired so suddenly? What made the situation even more confusing was the fact that her talk show was not failing. It wasn't surrounded by a scandal, and the ratings were not terrible either. From the outside, the program seemed stable. Many shows that get canceled usually have declining numbers or public controversies attached to them, but that didn't appear to be the case here. Because of that, when the sudden cancellation was announced, people online quickly became suspicious. First, there were no clear answers. Then quiet rumors started spreading through entertainment circles. Producers began texting reporters, and conversations in private industry group chats suddenly became very active. One anonymous source even claimed that the cancellation had nothing to do with ratings at all. According to that person, the real issue was something Sherri had said during a recent episode. Apparently, her comments made some very powerful people uncomfortable. Just when the story seemed like it might slowly disappear like many other industry disputes, something unexpected happened. The comedian Katt Williams stepped into the situation and immediately turned up the heat. Katt Williams has spent years speaking openly about what he believes happens behind the scenes in Hollywood. He often talks about industry politics, hidden pressures, and the complicated power structures that control entertainment. When he heard about Sherri's firing, he did not stay quiet. During a late-night comedy performance in Atlanta, he reportedly paused his routine and addressed the audience directly. According to people who were there, he grabbed the microphone and said something that instantly caught everyone's attention. He told the crowd that Sherri Shepherd had not been fired because she failed. Then he paused dramatically before adding another line that shocked the room. He said she was fired because she stopped playing the game. The audience reacted immediately. People began pulling out their phones and recording the moment. Within minutes, clips from the show started appearing on social media platforms. The video quickly spread across the internet, and viewers everywhere began debating what Katt really meant. Some people believed he was suggesting that Sherri had challenged the system that controls daytime television. Others thought he was simply joking in his usual bold style. But regardless of the interpretation, his comments pushed the story into a completely new direction. Soon after, fans began looking back at the episodes that aired shortly before the cancellation announcement. That's when many people noticed something interesting. Not long before the show was canceled, Sherri had discussed model and television personality Tyra Banks during one of her segments. During that conversation, she strongly defended Tyra against criticism that had been circulating online. The moment stood out because Sherri appeared deeply emotional. At one point, she even became tearful while explaining that people outside the entertainment industry often misunderstand the pressure celebrities face behind closed doors. At the time, most viewers simply saw the moment as an honest and heartfelt opinion. Talk show hosts often share personal thoughts during discussions, so nothing seemed especially unusual. However, once the firing happened, that same clip started attracting much more attention. According to one anonymous insider who claimed to work on the production team, the segment reportedly caused concern among network executives. They believed some of Sherri's comments might hint at deeper problems within the entertainment industry. One particular sentence caught their attention. While defending Tyra Banks, Sherri looked directly into the camera and said that people do not really understand what happens behind closed doors in the business. She also mentioned the pressure placed on celebrities by networks, audiences, and executives who constantly demand drama and controversy. For viewers at home, the moment seemed like a simple observation about fame. But according to insiders, Producers backstage reacted very differently. One staff member allegedly whispered that Sherri had gone off script. In television production, that phrase can make people nervous. Talk shows usually have detailed outlines for each segment. Hosts are encouraged to sound natural, but most topics and comments are carefully planned in advance. When someone begins speaking freely about sensitive subjects, executives sometimes worry about where the conversation might lead. Sherri reportedly continued the discussion by explaining that celebrities sometimes feel forced to say or do certain things just to keep the entertainment machine running. The comment was subtle, but some insiders believed it hinted at how the industry operates behind the scenes. After the episode finished filming, executives allegedly requested a private meeting with Sherri. According to reports, the conversation was tense. Some sources claimed that voices were raised, and that the discussion quickly became uncomfortable. During the meeting, one executive reportedly asked whether Sherri intended to criticize the industry system on national television. Sherri, according to an insider, replied that she was simply telling the truth. Another executive warned that comments like hers could be misunderstood by viewers. However, Sherri allegedly refused to apologize or take back her words. At one point, she reportedly asked the room a question that made the conversation even more intense. She asked whether everyone was pretending that the pressure in the industry didn't exist. According to a source who claimed to know what happened next, the discussion grew heated. Sherri supposedly told them that if they wanted someone who would simply repeat scripted messages, they had hired the wrong person. Then something strange allegedly happened. One executive placed a phone on the table and told the room that the meeting was being recorded. If that detail is accurate, it means that somewhere there could be an audio recording of the exact moment when Sherri confronted the people who controlled her show. That possibility quickly became the center of the entire controversy. Later that day, rumors began spreading that someone inside the building might have copied the recording. A mysterious message reportedly circulated among staff members saying that legal teams wanted everyone to remain quiet until they figured out what had happened to the audio file. At the same time, strange posts began appearing online. One anonymous account wrote a message suggesting that the truth becomes expensive when microphones are on. The comment seemed cryptic, but people inside the industry believed it referred to the meeting. While this was happening, the public was still focused on Sherri's comments about Tyra Banks and the growing online debate surrounding them. But the situation became even more intense when Katt Williams mentioned the existence of a possible recording during his comedy show. His statement caused reporters and bloggers to start digging deeper. Soon after, a short audio clip appeared on an entertainment forum known for sharing leaks. The clip was only a few seconds long, but it caused a massive reaction online. The voice in the recording sounded like Sherri saying that someone cannot punish a person for telling the truth. Another voice then responded that if the situation continued, the show could not go on. The audio ended abruptly, leaving many unanswered questions. The internet immediately exploded with theories. Some viewers believed the clip proved that Sherri had stood up to powerful executives. Others argued that the short recording could be misleading without hearing the full conversation. Things became even more dramatic when another leaked audio file reportedly appeared. This one sounded like a phone call between Sherri and Katt Williams. In the recording, Sherri sounded tired and worried. She said she believed the network might take her show away. Katt reportedly replied that the decision had probably already been made before the meeting even happened. When Sherri asked what she should do next, he told her to keep telling the truth. According to the clip, he also said something that quickly became widely quoted online. He claimed that people are not usually fired for making mistakes. Instead, he said they are fired when they refuse to lie. The recording spread across social media at incredible speed. Fans began showing strong support for Sherri, while critics questioned whether the leaked clips were complete or authentic. Eventually, the network released a short statement saying the decision to cancel the show was part of long-term programming changes. They also suggested that the leaked recordings were taken out of context. However, many viewers were not convinced. After nearly a full day of silence, Sherri Shepherd finally appeared on camera in a simple video recorded at home. She did not mention the recordings directly. Instead, she spoke calmly about her career and her passion for making people laugh and feel encouraged. She explained that losing a platform would not stop her from continuing to share her voice. Then she ended the video with a powerful message that quickly spread online. She said that sometimes losing one opportunity simply means it is time to build something even bigger. Even with her calm response and Katt Williams publicly defending her, many questions remain unanswered. If a full recording of that meeting truly exists, it could reveal exactly what happened behind closed doors. Until then, the story remains a mystery that continues to spark debate across the entertainment world.